from her teenage daughter, Leah. The exchange, shared on social media by Leah herself, revealed a tense mother-daughter interaction in which Amber accused her daughter of being rude and disrespecting her. The post quickly went viral, sparking heated debates across social media platforms about parenting styles, generational differences, and the complexities of raising teenagers, especially under the public eye. Amber Portwood, known for her raw and often unfiltered presence on MTV's 16 and Pregnant and later Teen Mom, has long been a figure of fascination and scrutiny. From teenage pregnancy to legal troubles, addiction struggles, and personal growth, Amber's life has played out publicly for over a decade. Now, as a mother to two children, Leah and James, she continues to navigate parenthood while also maintaining a career in reality television and social media. The recent incident centers around a private text conversation between Amber and 17-year-old Leah, which was posted online by the teen. In it, Leah appears to express frustration with how she feels spoken to, only for Amber to respond with a blunt accusation of rudeness and a demand that Leah stop disrespecting her. The exchange quickly became a flashpoint in discussions about communication breakdowns between parents and teens, particularly when raised in high-pressure environments. This article will explore the full context of the situation, including the content of the messages, fan reactions, expert opinions, and the broader implications for parenting in modern society, especially when done in the spotlight. We'll also take a look at Leah's perspective, Amber's response, and what this means for their relationship moving forward. The text exchange began like many others as simple, casual message from Leah to her mother, seemingly trying to engage in light-hearted conversation. However, things took a turn when Amber responded in a way that caught Leah off guard. According to the screenshots shared by Leah on her Instagram story, the tone shifted quickly, with Amber accusing her daughter of being disrespectful without much provocation. Leah had reportedly sent a message asking something along the lines of, "Why do you always reply like that?" indicating that she felt her mother's responses were harsh or dismissive. Instead of addressing Leah's concerns calmly, Amber allegedly snapped back, "You're rude," followed by statements like, "Don't disrespect me," and "I'm your mother." These messages shocked many viewers, who saw them as overly aggressive and emotionally charged for a discussion with a teenager. Some interpreted the interaction as Amber projecting her own frustrations onto her daughter, rather than engaging in open dialogue. Others defended her, suggesting that Leah may have come across as defiant or insolent in a prior exchange not shown in the screenshots. What made the situation even more compelling is that Leah chose to share the messages publicly, opening up the family's private conflict to widespread commentary and judgment. This act in itself raises questions about boundaries, mental health, and the pressures faced by children of celebrities, especially those with complicated pasts. As soon as the screenshots circulated online, they ignited a firestorm of reactions from Teen Mom fans, parenting experts, influencers, and everyday social media users. Comments ranged from outrage and concern to understanding and support, with many people weighing in based on their own experiences with parenting or adolescence. One side of the debate argued that Amber's response was inappropriate and potentially damaging to her daughter's self-esteem. Many pointed out that adolescents are already navigating emotional turbulence, and being met with hostility by a parent can exacerbate feelings of insecurity and rejection. Social media was flooded with comments like, "She's supposed to be the adult here." Leah was just expressing her feelings, and Amber shut her down instead of listening. This is why so many kids feel misunderstood. Parents need to learn how to communicate without immediately jumping to disrespect. Others, however, came to Amber's defense, noting that Leah might have been more confrontational than the screenshots suggest. Some believe that Amber was simply asserting authority in a situation where she felt challenged. Sometimes teens think they can talk to their parents any kind of way. Amber is just reminding Leah who's in charge. People forget that Leah grew up in front of millions. She's used to attention, and maybe she's pushing buttons knowing it'll go viral. Still, many fans expressed disappointment, especially considering Amber's journey toward rehabilitation and personal growth. Having gone through rehab, court-mandated therapy, and significant lifestyle changes during her time away from the spotlight, many hoped she would model healthier behavior in her parenting. Parenting is difficult enough without public judgment, but for someone like Amber Portwood, whose entire life has been documented and analyzed, the pressure is magnified. Every decision she makes as a parent is dissected by millions, with little room for privacy or the natural messiness of raising children. This particular incident highlights the unique challenges of being a public figure and a parent simultaneously. While most families deal with conflicts behind closed doors, Amber and Leah's disagreement became a topic of national conversation almost instantly. This raises important questions about consent, boundaries, and the impact of growing up in the public eye. Leah, now 17, has spent her entire life watching her mother navigate fame, scandal, and redemption. Meanwhile, Amber has had to raise her children while managing her own trauma, recovery, and ongoing battles with mental health and addiction. These factors contribute to a complex dynamic that is not easily understood from the outside. Experts in adolescent psychology note that teenagers often seek autonomy and validation, and when these needs clash with parental authority, tensions rise. In a normal setting, these moments might be resolved privately. But when amplified by social media and public interest, they become battlegrounds for ideological debates about discipline, respect, and emotional intelligence. While Amber's side of the story focuses on perceived disrespect, Leah's actions suggest a different narrative, one of a teenager seeking to be heard and validated. By sharing the text, Leah opened up about feeling unheard and possibly dismissed by her mother. Whether intentional or not, her decision to make the exchange public signaled a cry for support and understanding. Teens often struggle with communication barriers with their parents, especially during times of stress or emotional upheaval. For Leah, who has grown up with cameras rolling and millions watching, the burden of expectation, both internal and external, must be immense. Feeling that her voice isn't respected at home could amplify feelings of isolation and frustration. Some fans speculated that Leah's choice to post the messages wasn't necessarily meant to shame her mother, but rather to seek solidarity with other teens going through similar situations. In that sense, her actions could serve as a form of peer connection and emotional catharsis. However, there's also concern about the potential fallout from airing such personal conflicts publicly. Parent-child relationships thrive on trust and privacy, and exposing those moments to criticism can damage the foundation of safety and openness necessary for healthy development. To better understand the dynamics at play in this situation, we reached out to licensed therapist and family counselor Dr. Maya Jennings, who specializes in adolescent behavior. From what I see in the snippets that were shared, this appears to be a classic case of miscommunication between a parent and a teenager, Dr. Jennings explained. Adolescents are often testing boundaries and looking for validation, while parents are trying to maintain structure and authority. When emotions run high, both sides can lose sight of each other's intentions. Dr. Jennings emphasized the importance of active listening and emotional regulation in parent-teen interactions. It's crucial for parents to approach these conversations with empathy and patience, especially if their child is expressing discomfort or confusion. Reacting defensively or with anger can escalate the situation and prevent resolution. She also noted that while Amber's reaction might stem from her own upbringing or unresolved trauma, it doesn't excuse harmful behavior. Parents are human too. They bring their own histories into their parenting style. But part of being a responsible caregiver is recognizing when certain behaviors aren't serving the child well and making an effort to change. Following the backlash, Amber addressed the situation on her social media platforms, posting a video message to clarify her side of the story. In it, she acknowledged that she and Leah had a disagreement and admitted that her tone may have been too harsh, but maintained that she was justified in calling out what she perceived as disrespect. "I love my kids more than anything, and sometimes tempers get high," Amber said. "I've learned a lot over the years about being a better parent, but I'm still learning every day. Leah knows I love her, and we're working things out." She went on to say that Leah had approached her with an attitude and that she felt disrespected, prompting her defensive reaction. Amber also hinted that not all of the conversation had been shared, implying that Leah had edited the screenshots for dramatic effect. Fans reacted with mixed emotions. Some praised Amber for taking accountability and showing vulnerability, while others felt her apology lacked sincerity. Critics noted that while she acknowledged her tone, she didn't fully apologize for invalidating Leah's feelings or failing to address the core issue. This response highlighted a common challenge in modern parenting: balancing accountability with defensiveness. Acknowledging fault without minimizing the child's experience is key to repairing trust and modeling healthy communication. While the Amber Portwood-Leah drama may fade from the headlines, its lessons remain relevant. Parenting is an evolving journey filled with mistakes, apologies, learning, and growth. For public figures like Amber, the stakes are higher, but the need for grace and understanding remains universal. The key takeaway from this incident is that communication, especially during moments of tension, should be rooted in empathy, not power. Parents and teens alike deserve spaces where they can express themselves without fear of immediate judgment or retaliation. Whether in private or in the public eye, fostering healthy relationships requires patience, humility, and a willingness to listen. As for Amber and Leah, only time will tell how this chapter affects their bond. But if they can use this moment as a catalyst for honest reflection and intentional change, they may emerge stronger not just as a family, but as individuals capable of leading with love in even the most challenging circumstances.